What's going on, everyone? CJ back here with a brand new episode of the Madden 24 St. Louis Sentinels Franchise. That is right, welcome back. Can't believe there are only 2 regular season games left here in season number 2 of Sentinels Franchise. We are nearing the playoffs here. Boom, boom, boom. If you guys enjoy watching Madden franchise content, this is the channel for you, I promise. Please subscribe. You will not be disappointed. I drop Madden 24 content weekly. So here is the deal, guys. Here's the dealio. We have a breakout running back scenario today, and I know this is Dudley Saxton because after Brian Robinson dislocated his hip in last game against the Giants, Dudley Saxton stepped in and had the game of his young career. 4 touchdowns and over 100 yards. So naturally, this is going to be Dudley. But before we click on this breakout running back scenario button, Dudley Saxton is also up for a contract extension as well. And also, it looks like he got a new face portrait there, so way to go, Dudley. But just some galaxy brain thinking here. I want to re-sign Dudley now before we have this breakout running back scenario, because assuming he gets it, I don't know what the stipulations or guidelines are going to be. If he goes up to star dev, I know he's going to want more money. So I feel like locking him in now, you know, to a semi-cheap deal. We're going to try to go team friendly here and extend the years. He wants to be here, which is a plus. But if we can get him locked into this contract now and then he gets star development, we may have our running back of the future for the next several years, and we can watch him develop. So hoping this goes through. It's team friendly. He does want to be here. We're going to go ahead and make the offer, see what Dudley says.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
And he wants us to increase the pay. So I took a gamble there, guys. I know, I thought it was still a good deal, but that kind of stinks. I guess I shouldn't have been such a tightwad there and gave him more money, but all right, fine, Dudley. We'll see what you got, brother. We'll see if you get this breakout scenario today. Kind of need to do some scoreboard watching today in today's game. We need the Falcons or ideally both, the Giants to lose, but definitely the Falcons. We are taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers today, who are 6th seed in the AFC. But I feel like if the Falcons lose and we somehow win, we should be able to get ourselves back into that 7th seed in the NFC playoff picture. And we're kind of running out of time here, guys. We only have 2 weeks left, and so these next 2 games, dubbing them as must wins. But taking on Pittsburgh today, don't think that we've played them yet so far in the franchise. We know they got a good defense. We'll see what they're looking like offensively. And Mason Gentry. Okay, so not Mason Rudolph, Mason Gentry. Feel like Kenny Pickett will probably, okay. Kenny Pickett's still here, and apparently Mason Gentry as well. We're going to, oh man, they got Najee Harris, they got Jalen Warren, they also got George Pickens, Deontay Johnson. So maybe we start out, we'll do defend the inside run, see how that goes. And offensively, we're going to go, I know they got TJ Watt and they got Alex Highsmith and people like that. But last week we did run outside, and that is how Dudley Saxton was able to have his career game. And you see him here as a focus player as well. And we're going to just actually see what Dudley has here in practice, because today could be the game that defines his young career. So anything we can do to help the young man, we know he is fast, 93 speed for Dudley and 90 acceleration. Could he be our running back of the future? That is the question. Dudley is 5'8", 203 pounds. And you know what other famous running back was 5'8", 203 pounds? Barry Sanders. That's right. Do we have the next Barry Sanders on our roster? I mean, gonna go, well, a nice block, a block from my fullback would be nice. But do we have the next Barry Sanders on our roster? That is the question. I mean, gonna go out on a limb and probably say no, but stranger things have happened. And, Brian Robinson has started to emerge recently, but Dudley, he's younger, he's faster. If we can get him maybe a dev trait upgrade in practice, that would be great. Not banking on it. No, not gonna get it. But if he can complete his breakout running back scenario challenge today, we might have our guy. All right, let's see what Dudley needs to do here to get this dev trait upgrade. Coach, our rushing attack was great last week, and I think Dudley Saxton was a big reason why. Yes, he was. Now, Dudley needs to get Okay, 2+ touchdowns or 100+ yards rushing receiving. He did that last week and then some. So I'm actually feeling really confident if we execute our game plan the same way that we did last week. And if Dudley has the same type of performance that he does last week, I mean, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be able to get him up to star development. And kind of sucks that we didn't extend his contract, because I'm nearly positive if he does get that dev trait upgrade, it's going to make him a little bit more expensive. But hey, it is what it is. Right now, all I am focused on is beating the Pittsburgh Steelers and feeling pretty confident that we can do so. So if you guys, are excited as always for a late season playoff push, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to this channel, and we are at home. We're going to rock the alternate uniforms. I think we haven't rocked those in a while. I mean, Sentinels uniforms are not too much different, but anything to give us a little bit of spice, a little bit of edge. So without further ado, guys, let's get down to Sentinel Field to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers and get ready for the game. Here come your St. Louis Sentinels with the pyrotechnics on full display here. Pittsburgh, they just squeaked into the playoff picture barely by the skin of their nards in real life. Don't think that they're really gonna last too long, personally. Think they play Buffalo. I think they play Buffalo first, maybe. Yeah, they're the 7. I don't know. They play somebody, but regardless, I don't think that they're gonna last too long. But in this franchise, they appear to be pretty good. I think that we're gonna have our hands full, especially with this defense. Now, here is Kenny Pickett. We know about Kenny in real life, now in a potential quarterback battle with Mason Rudolph. It looks like in this game, he may be in a battle with Mason Gentry, who was the 5th round pick of the Steelers from North Dakota. But not too sure what to expect here, guys. So let's dive in and hope that we can have a good one here. So Najee Harris behind Pickett in single back. We know he's going to be probably a big focus today, and he is met there immediately by Jamin Davis. And oh, look, our injury woes continue as Chase Young goes down to the ground. Remember, we are without 2 of our main weapons. Brian Robinson gone for 4 weeks, and Bart Burns, we're going to be missing him for another 2 weeks. So our running back number 1 and our tight end number 1 are both gone. There's a dish out there to Pat Freiermuth, and that will bring up a key early 3rd and 4. And Chase Young not going to return to this game. So that is extremely unfortunate. All right, guys, we'll see what Pickett does coming out empty. He's got Pat Freiermuth leaking out to the outside there, and a nice reception by the former Nittany Lion as he is able to move the sticks. So tight ends. Let's talk about tight ends. Last week against the Giants, their tight end killed us. Darren Waller had 14 or something receptions. We did win that game, though. So, nice pass there to Deontay Johnson, but he dropped it. Bring our 4-3 set out here on 2nd and 10. We'll see what Pickett decides to do. He has George Pickens, who is really starting to come into his own in real life after the off-the-field squabbles that he had. And another injury, Dante Fowler. So 2 defensive linemen. Wow. We're not even 2 minutes into this game, guys. And 2 defensive linemen already go out. So we're getting pretty thin in that department. So I don't know how that's going to affect the running game. Well, we had what is Cam Curl doing? My God, dude, we had 2 chances to get Najee Harris in the backfield. I know he's good with his jukes. He's very elusive, but come on, man. So far, Kenny Pickett engineering this offense pretty well. Him and Najee really seem to have it clicking. He is going to, it's a play fake. Thought he was going to be a handoff to Najee, but it was a nice RPO little run pass option read from Pickett, and he was able to find Pickett to Pickens, and Dante Fowler also going out as well. So no bueno. We are very, very, very thin now on the defensive line. Pickett coming out shotgun. Where is he going to go? He is going to find Deontay Johnson. Jamin Davis was there in coverage. But now the Steelers are within the 15-yard line. Pickett will come out with 3 wide receivers in the shotgun, and also Najee Harris behind him. There's George Pickens, 3rd catch, I believe, of this drive. Pittsburgh making it look very easy. We're starting to see why they have, I think their record was 9-6, if I saw it correctly. We're starting to see why Mike Tomlin and the boys are so good here in this CJ Smallz Madden verse. But now 0 wide receivers, so you know I'm going 60 out jacks. Blitz, because it always works well. And David Mayo and Cody Barton, the two white brothers, were there to stop Najee Harris in the backfield. We're just going to man up here, play straight man coverage, hope that we can maybe get some God, pick. Wow. That ball was bouncing around there like a freaking pinball. Was intended for George Pickens, and I thought we had a chance. It was a good pass, too. Pickens had, Deontay Johnson had a drop on this drive. I mean, Pickens had a chance on it, and then the ball pops up in the air. Pickens had a second chance on it, and also Jamin Davis. Nobody could locate that pigskin, and you know what? I will take it, as we are going to force Chase McLaughlin, not Chris Boswell, to come out here and probably tack on 3. But it's a fake. You gotta be freaking kidding me, man. Oh, shoestring tackle by Cam Curl. That's the second straight week, guys. We saw Brian Daboll do that last week, and that one almost worked to perfection. But it was a shoestring tackle by, I think it was Jamin Davis, Chase McLaughlin with the direct snap, or maybe that was Cam Curl. That was Cam Curl. Oh, man, McLaughlin, if he had about 3 extra speed on that one, I think he would have got it, but it was not to be. The only thing that is unfortunate is we do have to start on our own 3-yard line. So maybe Dudley, we'll see if he can get us out of the shadows of our own end zone. Dudley needs a big game today. Starting out picking up 2. Okay, we're going to go with this outside zone here. Need a block to hold on TJ Watt, though, because if Dudley can bounce this to the outside, which I think he will. Oh, nice juke from Dudley, too. Very good. So that, I like this concept. I like this scheme, man. Typically, I will go inside zone, but I have been flirting with the outside run in the game plan focus, and so far, I think it's working pretty good. And as long as blocks can hold, I always feel like Dudley has a chance. Shouldn't have thrown that. That was nearly picked off there by Joey Porter Jr. 2nd and 10, we're going to come out shotgun here, a little mesh concept, so see if any of these drags can possibly get open. I kind of like Jahan's drag, but good defense again, and this time it was Ronald Darby, and we do find ourselves in a early 3rd and 10, so not feeling too confident about that, but this drive did start from our own 3, and let's be honest, it's pretty difficult to make anything happen when you're starting that close to your own end zone. So we're going to put Thomas on a streak. Somebody hopefully can get open here, and that was just terrible 3 straight plays by me, unfortunately, and not a good way to start our opening drive, and we're going to punt back to Pittsburgh now. First drive, we couldn't really stop them. I mean, the very end of that drive definitely went in our favor. We got very lucky, I feel like, on that one, but leading up to that, Najee Harris and Kenny Pickett pretty much did whatever they wanted to, and hand on the football from Jamin Davis. We got a little bit of pressure there on Pickett. We're dialing up pressure here, boys. We're dialing up pressure, hoping that some of it can get home, and it's not going to matter because it's not even a pass. It's Najee Harris gashing us for a big chain mover. More pressure here. We are going to show blitz. We'll see if some pressure can get home to Pickett. I think we're going to need some sacks. We're going to need to get him flustered in the pocket, and George Pickens is dropping passes now, which I love to see. That is his second drop of the afternoon. And that was a key one, too, as now we are going to guess pass, and we are going to shade inside. We're going to pin our ears back and just hope that we can get the Pittsburgh Steelers into another field goal situation. Not going to matter there, as Pickens did not drop that one. And now they're going to take the ball all the way to the 12. About 2.5 minutes to go until the second quarter here. Pittsburgh right back into the red zone just like they were on the first drive. Najee has a hole. It's clogged up there last minute by Cody Barton and some others. And 3rd and 2 here. I would have to believe that Tomlin would not go for a fake field goal twice. He's not really the gambling man, I don't feel like, but you never know in Madden here, so we'll see what they do on 3rd and 2. Need a pick. It's Kendall Fuller. Okay, we're taking it out. Yes, that's a good decision. Kendall, gonna have a 90-something yard interception return as long as Najee Harris cannot catch us. Oh, man, there we go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I was just about a freaking pubic hair away from kneeling that ball in the end zone and taking the touchback. Something told me just to mash that analog stick forward, and good thing I did, because Fuller, that had to be about what, a 103-yard interception return touchdown. And when your defense can score and not have to worry about the offense scoring, that is definitely takes the pressure off. That was a big one from Kendall Fuller. He needed that too. Kendall has had some good pass breakups and some good pass deflections recently, but he hasn't had that key interception like he had so many of them in our first season. That one was definitely a key interception as he houses it. And now we go up 7-0. We're going pressure again, 1st and 10. This drive starting on the 17-yard line. We'll see if some of it can get home. Nice route there by Pickens. He just completely broke the ankles of Jartavius Martin, who I realized after watching the Commanders get smoked by the Cowboys on Sunday, he goes by Quan Martin. Did not know that. I knew his middle name was Quan, but I did not know that he actually went by that, and he does. So I think I'm going to usurp somebody on George Pickens probably for a good portion of this game, because he has been Pickett's favorite target, and got to make sure we have eyes on him at all times. 7-0, I would say the worst offensive performance. We only have 2 yards, or we have 13 rushing yards, 0 passing yards. We have no passing yards. J.J. Ford, mind you, the guy who leads the NFL in yards, we have 0. And that is because Pittsburgh has owned the time of possession. And the only reason we have this lead is because of the Kendall Fuller pick 6. Jonathan Allen gets in there for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 upcoming now. Guess pass here will shade inside. This is a obvious passing situation, one would think. I'm really hoping that it is. And it is. And why is the cushion so soft there on George Pickens? I realize he's running curl routes, and he must just be a better route runner than our DBs are at coverage. But, I mean, I think that was Emmanuel Forbes guarding him. He was about 5 yards deep when George Pickens hit that curl. 1st and 10, Pickett coming out shotgun with 4 wide receivers. And, again, got to be... Oh, there's another pick. It's Kendall Fuller again. Whoa, where did this guy come from? Kendall freaking Fuller. Welcome back, my friend. The veteran out of Virginia Tech. Remember, he led our team in picks last season. And it looks like he was a little bit more quiet so far in season number 2. But it's looking like he's starting to really come into his own. And it's at a very important time. Dudley picks up 4, so he's starting out 3 for 17. Pulling out the PA cross, single back X bunch nasty. My first and only time I'm going to call this play. I think it's a good time to use it. We really need to double up on the score with Pittsburgh here. Not sure if Pickett will be continuing to chuck picks like he has been, and we cannot count on that. But what we can count on is Curtis Samuel having speed, and he actually does cross the plane just barely. Part of me wanted him to get out on the 1-yard line, I'm not going to lie, because then, remember, we need Dudley. We got to have Dudley at least score 2 touchdowns or get over 100 yards rushing. I feel like with this Pittsburgh defense, the 2 touchdowns may be an easier feat to accomplish, but at any rate, doesn't matter, because regardless of Dudley's dev upgrade or not, main number 1 goal is to beat the Steelers and hopefully get back into that 7th seed. Right now, we're starting out good, 14-0 on the scoreboard. Deontay Johnson having a nice 1,000-yard season, but in this game, he's really not getting too much love because Kenny Pickett can't stop chucking interceptions. And you know what? Kenny, please continue. If our defense can win us this football game, oh, look at the pick from the defensive lineman. That was a user. That was all me, baby. You better freaking say it. That is K.J. Henry, the former Clemson Tiger. And that was all 100% your boy here. I usured him. He was looking for the aforementioned Deontay Johnson. And the big defensive end gets an interception. 3rd interception for Pickett in this game. I am just beside myself right now, guys. I cannot even believe it. We have a chance to potentially go up 21-0. What do they say in the good old schoolyard? 21-0 blowout, right? Dudley with the corner. That's what we need. Got to get him to 100 combined total yards. And right now he's at 36. So well on his way in this one. And remember, doesn't have to be just 100 rushing yards, it's combined yards. So we're going to go a little slip screen to Dudley here. Anything we can do to help him get those yardages up, and that's a nice one from Dudley as he powers forward for a gain of 8. Coach is saying HB stretch, and you know what? I like it. We're going to run away from the blockers here. If we can seal this edge here on Alex Highsmith, I really feel confident that Dudley can probably punch this one in. So let's just see what happens here. Dudley looking for blocks. Oh yeah, he's got it, baby. Diving into the end zone. Will Devlin, the center from Michigan, gets injured, but Dudley scores TD number 1 of 2 that he needs. I know I always show you guys this when I actually finally have a good game because it doesn't happen too often, but it's still on all Madden. I have not touched the sliders. I know I say that every single time, but, you know, I feel like my terrible performances definitely outweigh my good performances. So when I have a good performance, I want to let you guys know that I'm not pulling any tomfoolery. Up 21-0. Dudley Saxton got a touchdown. He's probably at about 50 yards combined, I would say, receiving and rushing yards. And I think he's well on his way to getting a dev trait upgrade. But more importantly than that, Sentinels are well on their way, I feel like, getting a dub in this one and maybe getting back into the playoffs. We brought our dime package out here. Probably wasn't a good idea. It was, and pressure almost getting home on Pickett, and it does. Khalil Mack and somebody else, didn't see who will get credit for the other half of a sack, but I know Khalil Mack was in there. So sacks, interceptions, those are the things that I need to see from the Sentinels because those are the things that have been absent in a lot of these games. Let's be honest. And today we're doing a really nice job, and we did a nice job there limiting Najee Harris to no gain, and a big 3rd and long upcoming for Pittsburgh. I like dime coverage, and you know what? We are just going to man up, play straight man coverage here because man coverage has been working a lot better for us, I feel like, than zone coverage. And another sack. This time it's Cody Barton. Kenny Pickett having himself a rough day at the office. He may need to just go home for the day. Bring in Mason, what was his name? Not Mason Rudolph, not Mason Cole, Mason Gentry. I think the backup quarterback, the 5th rounder out of North Dakota. Bring him in. See what he's got because Pickett is, he's not having a fun time out there. I can tell you that much, but I'll tell you who is having a fun time. This guy right here, Dudley Saxton. Need to get, if we can just get a touchdown with him on this drive here, that would complete his dev trait scenario. And honestly, I don't see any reason to go away from Dudley. I mean, you know, most of these games, it's shouldered, the load shouldered by JJ Ford. JJ Ford has like 400 and something yards passing, but I would love to take some of that burden off of JJ and put it onto one of these young running backs. 21-0 at the 2-minute warning. Who would have thunk it? Who would have predicted it? NFL script writers going crazy right now because I'm sure that they didn't predict it either. So 2nd and 9, we're going to go draw play to Saxton, and that's an inside run. I should maybe ought to stop doing that because I made the focus outside run, and you guys can see how well that the blockers are holding on the outside. This is the first time we've really been faced with any adversity in a while. It is 3rd and 10 here. We're going to come out shotgun, bunch to the right, and Saxton behind us as well. We're just going to check it. Oh, I had Logan Thomas there, man. I had Logan Thomas there. Should have just held it for a split second sooner. Logan would have had an easy first down right there. I saw it. It was too late. That's okay, though. We're going to go ahead and settle for the field goal. Don't need to do anything crazy. Just want to keep extending that scoreboard as much as humanly possible because you know it's Madden. Anything can happen in the second half, especially when it comes to the St. Louis Sentinels. I've seen crazier things happen, so just want to keep padding that cushion, that lead, as much as possible. Look at that, though. 3 picks from Kenny. He is Kenny picking it, all right? That could be his new nickname, Kenny picking it, because he definitely has been picking it so far in this game. And pressure got home there, forcing Pickett to throw that ball to the ground. Yes, pass. We'll shade inside here. Got a spy in the middle of the field, Jamin Davis. We'll kind of just have him sit there, protect that middle of the field. I'm not worried about the Pickett run at all, but I just know, well, guess I should be worried about the Najee run because Najee picked up a good one. And he is about the only bright spot, I would say, in this offense today. He definitely has had a pretty good first half, and we're going to have to make sure he doesn't start to break away here, because I could easily see that happening. Pat Freiermuth also having a pretty good first half in his own right. And tell me, guys, tell me if this happens to you. Less than a minute left, whether it's halftime or the end of the game. I feel like in Madden, and it's been like this probably since Madden 21, maybe even before that. I didn't really get back into Madden. I stopped playing Madden for a long time and didn't really get back into it until Madden 21 or whatever one had Lamar Jackson. I think that was 21. But anyways, my point, tell me if you feel like in the last minute of the drive or the game, that was almost Pickett's 4th interception, and George Pickens is going to score. I need to stop talking so much. To finish my thought, though, point made by George Pickens. In the last minute of a drive, I feel like teams march down the field. It's so easy for them. Doesn't matter. They're going hurry up, you know. And I feel like Madden programs them to call like the perfect play to make sure they get down there and score. So it's a good answer by Pittsburgh. We get the ball back after halftime as well. So I'm content to go into the locker room here up 24-7. Hey, we'll try one more outside zone, though, with Dudley. See if we can get some extra yardage. Again, going to run towards Alex Highsmith. And again, the blocking is just so good. McLaurin, that might be my new recipe for success. Run outside. And you know what? Did Saxton get out of bounds on that one? I mean, chance to score here? I didn't think that... I know I just said I was content to go into the locker room, but my God, after a pickup like that from Saxton, we might as well try to get into field goal range, right? Why not? So maybe McLaurin is the guy for the job. Not on that one, he wasn't. Flat outs here, spread shotgun. We're going to put Jahan Dotson on a streak, but this could be a Dudley Saxton Texas route run, which I actually like it. Dudley, hang on, brother. Thank you. That's only going to add to his yardage total. And we're going to call a timeout here at the 38-yard line into scoring range. Who knew? At this point, I just want to get a little bit closer for the field goal and side quest, get Dudley Saxton some more yards. So slip screen here seems like the best possible thing to call. Dudley, I know you got the speed to outrun frickin' Terrell Edmonds. I guess you don't. But you know what? I'm cool kicking the field goal. This is going to be a long one, but this has a chance to let us go back up by 20. It'll be a 52-yarder for Joey Sly. Definitely think that he can drill this, but Silencio CJ now, por favor. Ooh, that's perfect. That's perfect, baby. What a way to end the half here. Joey Sly boots the 52-yarder through. And Dudley's got to be... Look, I know I'm heavy focus on Dudley Saxton in this game, but why not? A, it's working. B, we need it. We need the dev trait. And C, we're up by 20. So maybe Dudley should be the focus from now on. Now, I want to see... Show me Falcons or Giants. Okay, this is a key game right here. Giants are they beat the Cowboys, so Giants just can't seem to freaking lose. They are 10-6, which makes no sense. Show me the Falcons. I need to see the Falcons. Okay, not going to see the Falcons, so whatever. Maybe I'll check. It's hard for me to watch the scoreboard while I'm playing to look for their score. But run outside, yes, of course. And we did, what do we do? Defend inside run. I think that also worked pretty well. Buckle your freaking seatbelts, guys. We're in for an exciting second half. Dudley at 75 rushing yards. But with the passing yards he has, I know he has 2 receptions so far in this game. Got to figure he's over 100 already in this one. Not 100% sure. We'll check that possibly here in a little bit. And, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what my great-great-grandpappy always told me. Actually, I didn't know my great-great-grandpappy, but I feel like if I did, that is what he would have told me. And may not even matter about the receiving yards because Dudley nearing 100 already. And, I mean, you tell me, how do we go away from this guy? How do we go? Why should we? Why should we go away from this guy? I don't see really the point in doing that. I can't even... Okay, there we go. I was trying to ID up the mic. It didn't really work that well, but Dudley picked up the first down regardless. Coach says draw play to Dudley, and I say, sure, why not? Kind of like the outside run better. Who is this feller with the superstar X Factor? Emmett McLaughlin. Really? Okay, don't know who you are, but I'm definitely going to watch you. Dudley with the moves, the shifty moves. That's got him nearly to 100 yards on the ground already. So I would say superstar, dev or star. He'll get star dev because he's normal dev right now. But running back breakout scenario challenge, I would say completed, as Dudley looks like he may just be the future. And there's the 100 yards right there, baby. You better freaking believe your britches. 3rd and 7 here. Let's see what the coach is dialing up for me. I don't really necessarily like any of these plays here, so I'm just going to go with the one that I feel most confident about. Ohio Sale. I am in Ohio after all. Not that that really even matters, but just a fun little factoid for you. How about Dudley out of the backfield? Oh, tried the spin move. Not going to be enough for what we need. And for the first time today, we're going to send in 60-yarder from Joey Sly. No. We're not going to do that. We're just going to punt it. There's no need to give Pittsburgh great field position. Let's just punt it. Try to pin them back deep here. And hopefully our defense has been playing great. So why not trust the boys? And that one should have been angled a little bit more to the right. But I'd rather the Pittsburgh start it on the 20 as opposed to the 43-yard line. Let's see what Tomlin said to Kenny Pickett in the locker room in this one. Did he spark a fire under him? Or maybe he just said, Najee, you take the ball. You be the one to shoulder the load. Both running backs playing very good in this one. Najee up to 73 yards now. And I feel like we should probably have extra eyes on him, right? Wouldn't you guys think that? I mean, Kenny Pickett hasn't done anything, that's for sure. And needed some pressure on him. Oh, my God. What just happened there? Pat Freiermuth, I didn't even run commit on that one either, man. But had Pat Freiermuth not stepped out of bounds there, I mean, look. Free shot to the end zone, but Kenny Pickett led him far, made him adjust for it, and luckily for us, he steps out of bounds. Pickett coming out empty, so we're guessing pass. We're shading inside. KJ Henry already has a pick in this game. Can he get his second? He doesn't, but I'll tell you what, he was out there in coverage and forced the breakup. So KJ Henry, the big defensive lineman out of Clemson, playing good coverage today. Okay. Did not know that was going to be a thing, but apparently it is a thing. So 3rd and 9, key 3rd and 9 now. Let's see if Pickett can pick this up, or how about a pick? How about a pick? Nice defense by Forbes. I swatted it. Should have pressed triangle and tried to pick that, because that, I believe, would have been Emmanuel Forbes' 10th interception of the year. I think he has 9 right now, so would have loved to get the young man into double digits. Didn't play out like that, but we still limited Pittsburgh to a field goal, and we're still up by 17. New drive here for the Saints, starting from the 25. Let's just make it a good one, please. George Williams, our big 6'9" receiver, getting open in the flat, picking up about 9.5, second in inches, they say. And now we go back to Dudley. Yippee! That's what we do. We go back to Dudley, because Dudley is the one that's got us here in the first place. Got to watch this. What's his name? Something McLaughlin. Emmett McLaughlin. They got Chase McLaughlin. They got Emmett McLaughlin. Got to watch all these freaking McLaughlins, and Dudley not able to get what he needed. Actually losing one, and that brings him now under 100 yards rushing. Okay, we're going to test the right side here with Saxon. Just need a block on TJ Watt. If we get a block on TJ Watt, we should have it, and we do. And now Dudley back over 100 yards again. Yippee! Terry's on a slant. Could be a good idea in this one. And also maybe George Williams on the drag. I don't like any of that, and that's a bad pass from Ford. Oh, man, that one was doomed from the start, I feel like. And we did not take too much time off the clock. Am I hearing some boos here in Sentinel Field? I swear I just heard some boos in my headset. Look, guys, don't boo me. Come on now. I need the crowd to rally behind us. We haven't scored points on our last couple drives, but it's okay. It's fine. Pittsburgh going to start this from the 12, and as long as our defense continues to play well here, got to watch that guy, Najee Harris, for sure. He has been him and what's his name, Freiermuth have been their offense for sure today. As long as we contain those two, I feel like we have a really good shot. But probably when we get back on offense, we will need, and there's, what did I say? There's Freiermuth. But God, man, that's 2 times now that Freiermuth almost cooked us deep. Definitely can't let Pittsburgh back into this one. It will not happen. I will make darn sure that it won't. And there is Freiermuth again. Nice open field tackle by Kendall Fuller. Need some more of those picks, Kendall, that you had earlier. Empty formation here again from Pickett. So let's see what he does. Can we get some pressure in the backfield? Nice catch there by Calvin Austin, the third, the speedster. First time that we called his name, the Memphis man, Calvin Austin. They use him in a lot of kind of like gadget sets and whatnot, end around stuff like that, but not really known for his route running prowess, I wouldn't say. And we'll see if Pickett snaps his ball. He will not. So we're up by 17 going into the fourth quarter. May have played a little scared in that third quarter. I'll be the first to admit it, but I just feel like the one thing we can't have happen is the big mistake. And if you watch this channel, you know that I have been, and look, here comes I hate this so much. Here comes the Hail Mary. Yeah, let's go Hail Mary prevent defense. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense, coach. Let's not do that. How about that? It's going to be illegal touching by me, and they're going to deny it. It was KJ Henry. I had him out there in coverage. I touched the receiver, but surely they will deny this and get the ball all the way to the 25. All right, Sentinels, come on now. Need you to wake up. Smell the smelling salts here. Let's watch Najee Harris. Got to have eyes on him. It's going to be a run pass option to Pat Freiermuth, and for the first time, he does not gash us on a big play. And look at this, guys. It's so dumb, right? I'm not coming out and prevent defense. Why would I do that? That would literally make no sense. Not here. Not now. And I don't like the fact that Freiermuth is butt naked here on the right side. So KJ Henry, our new coverage guy, apparently, going to be out there. Cody Barton makes the big hit on George Pickens. But Pittsburgh is in prime scoring position. Kenny Pickett, after having a very dismal first half, is now starting to light it up. And Pittsburgh is putting tad bit of pressure on us, I will say. So got to be careful. Got to make sure that we don't let this slip out of control. Najee going to score. Cutting the lead to 10. Game face, baby. Game face coming up now. And you know what? We're going back to our game plan. We're going back to what worked earlier. The outside runs to Dudley Saxon. I don't like... Okay, so this one, we need Logan Thomas to motion out here to the right. Got to ID up TJ Watt as the Mike linebacker, and also going to shift our coverage to the right as well. We got to pick up some yards here, man. We have got to pick up some yards. TJ Watt dropping us for a loss of 4. What is happening here?
Definitely can't let Pittsburgh back into this one. It will not happen.
I will make darn sure that it won't.
Gun verticals. Coach is calling it. I'm on board with it. This could be Terry's time to shine here. I really hope that it is. So let's see what we can make happen here, gents. We're going to get sacked, and it's a fumble. What is going on? This game is slipping away. Pittsburgh has a chance to cut it to within 3. And I do not understand it at all. Pittsburgh has a chance to get full momentum here. I am extremely upset. And it's Najee Harris. He's going to punch it in. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This game hates me. This game hates me. I am convinced. And just like that, Pittsburgh already got it. We only held them to, 7 points in the first half? 10, maybe? And they get a sack and a fumble, and just like that, it's now a 3-point game. And I'm starting to strongly dislike my life right now. Still not going away from Dudley. Still going to go to Dudley. This is going to be a draw play right up the middle, and the blocks are there to meet us. Dudley going backwards on the yards now. Still has over 100, surely, with the combined yardage. But man, 2nd and 12 behind the sticks here. Who's going to get open? I think it's Logan Thomas. Thank you for holding on to that, Logan. Oh my God, that was huge. And we get a little bit of breathing room now. We get a little bit of breathing room, which I didn't know if we had any for a while there. That was a very unfortunate drive, or unfortunate couple drives that took place. But that one from Dudley really, or not Dudley, it's going to be Dudley now, Logan Thomas, Now we're going to go to Dudley, and I need blocks. Why are blocks not holding now? Someone please explain it to me. They were holding so well in the first quarter. Why are they not now? I don't know what Dudley's button is. That's the problem. It's a slip screen. It's going to be triangle. We got pressure. Oh, Dudley caught it. Thank God. Come on, Dudley. There we go. That was way too close for comfort, but Dudley does pick it up, and he's got 40 receiving yards. So we're fine. We're in good shape with him. He's going to get his dev trait, but now we got to worry about winning this game, which wasn't too much of a worry up until recently. We're going to come out shotgun here. Mesh concept, and going to check it down to Logan Thomas, who is starting. Wow, he just got completely powerbombed there by, I think that was Alex Highsmith. Dudley's time to shine here. Let's see if he can pick up this first down. Should be able to do it, and he does. Look at the little guy with the stiff arm. Wow. Dudley with an aggressive stiff arm, picking up the first down. Coach is saying HB stretch, and I definitely agree with it. So I like, on these ones, I like to kind of run away from the blockers. Pittsburgh still has a ton of momentum, but as long as we can block Alex Highsmith there, this one should be a good pickup, one would think. And there we go. Dudley with the juke. Second touchdown of the game. If he didn't have his dev trait upgrade before, he surely has it now. Dudley is our player of the game, and he might have just won that game as we were starting to let Pittsburgh back into it. But that drive was perfect. Took a ton of time off of the clock. Did I just miss that? No, I didn't. Took a ton of time off of the clock. Dudley got his second touchdown. He's well over 100 yards. Back up by 10. And our defense just needs to hang on for 3 freaking minutes. See, now I don't mind going into more of a cushion type of coverage here, but I feel like the times that Madden calls it's not the right times to do it. So we'll see what Pickett does here. He's got tons of illegal touching. Cannot have illegal touching happen. I thought I might have had it there with, I think, Cody Barton. Definitely don't want that to happen indeed. And now Pittsburgh going hurry up. So got to watch these receivers. Make sure nobody gets open. Pickett going to roll. He's got tons of room. Need him to fumble. He's going to slide. That is not really what I wanted to happen on that one. Didn't think that I had to watch Kenny Pickett like that, but apparently I do. Where's he going to go now? Underneath to Calvin Austin, who had a big drive. Pickett over 300 yards now. This one, I'm still sweating bullets a little bit. 10-point lead into the 2-minute warning of the fourth. Pittsburgh will have to score quickly and then also get the onside kick if they hope to mount this epic comeback. Pat Freiermuth with a nice adjustment. Surely Pittsburgh will go hurry up, which they do. And this is where I can never seem to stop teams, man. When they go hurry up in these little drills. Nice catch from Pickens. That was way too easy, and Pittsburgh still has all 3 of their timeouts as well. About to cut this score to 31-30, so they won't even need to onside kick it at all. We'll just have to hopefully 1 first down, and this game is over. So we just need 1 first down. Could be time for a screen pass. I think that it is. We got pressure getting there quick. Dudley catches it. Remember, 1 first down is all we need, and he got it. Oh, what a good call by me. Look, I know I definitely went away from coach suggestions on that one, but I had to, man. I had to. I don't like to do that too often. Sometimes I do, but it's a matter of our season, this game. I felt screen pass was the best thing to call in that situation. Now Pittsburgh has no timeouts, so surely we can just chew clock. This game should have never been this close, might I add. No way. Teams, but you know what? Why should I expect anything less? Teams do that in the second half for us all the freaking time. Why would this be any different? So if we don't get this, Pittsburgh actually will have a little bit of time left. So hopefully we can get this on the draw, which we should. Dudley, he's the guy, man. He is the guy. Look, when Brian Robinson comes back, when he is healthy, we are going to have a running back controversy on our hands for sure. And we squeak by the skin of our freaking shaft here. We're going to win 34-31. Doesn't always have to be pretty. That's going to be a delay game. Whatever. I don't care. As I was saying, does not have to be pretty. 34-31. And I give props to our defense, even though the scoreboard will not suggest it. our defense came to play in that first half. I don't know what happened in the second half. I know in the third quarter I did start playing a little bit scared. I was trying to avoid the big mistake. That let Pittsburgh score a couple touchdowns. They got some momentum. Once they got some momentum, Kenny Pickett, Najee Harris, they started clicking. But it doesn't matter. It does not matter. A lot of good things happened in this game. And I'll tell you what, man, J.J. Ford, 1 touchdown, no picks, 203 yards. We really didn't utilize him that much today, but didn't need to. And those 3 first-half interceptions by Kenny Pickett, the reason why Pittsburgh lost. But here's the player of the game, Dudley Saxton, 139 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, and he also had how many receiving yards? He had also 56 receiving yards, so nearly 200 total yards. George Pickens, Pat Freiermuth, they killed it, and I don't think Terry McLaurin had a single catch in this game, which is very, very odd. I feel like next week against the Browns, we're going to probably have to get that good passing game going that we all know and love. But let's celebrate the victory today. Most important thing, we know Dudley's going to get his breakout scenario, but also have to see if we're now in the 7th seed. Just because we won doesn't mean we are. And look who gets an upgrade. Yeah, Dudley, most definitely. We're going to continue to go elusive back. That's going to get him up to a true 74, playing up temporarily. He does get +1 to juke as well, which is nice. How about that game from Dudley Saxton? I've always thought of him as a serviceable backup, but even back in his college days at Florida. But if we develop him properly, I think that he could be a special player. And Dudley Saxton does get the dev trait upgrade 2-star, which is amazing. Gonna catch me a nice little screenshot of that, save it away for a rainy day. You never know when that might come in handy for a thumbnail or two. But good job, Dudley. That's awesome. We're gonna be without Brian Robinson for the rest of the season, and also maybe a couple other players as well. Probably Chase Young. Chase Young, broken ribs, out 5 weeks. Dante Fowler, abdominal tear, out 4 weeks. We won't get Bart Burns back till the playoffs if we make them. And Brian Robinson will, unless we make the Super Bowl, which I doubt we will, he'll probably be gone. So we are getting the injury bug here late in the season, which is not good. How about back-to-back 34-point performances? We're going to advance to the Browns and see if we have snuck our way into the 7th seed of the playoffs. Also, the Browns are 2-14. Wow. Did not expect that. But let's see if the Sentinels are in. We're the 7th seed, baby. Next game, win, and we are freaking in. We control our own destiny. As long as we beat the Browns next week, we will be in the playoffs. How about that? Sentinels making a late season playoff push. You love to see it. So, wow, that is going to do it for me tonight, guys. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, peace.